Lost Found Muslim Lesson Number 2. First Term Examination Assignment of Mr. Elijah Muhammad. This lesson is answered very near correct, and all students should read and study it until he or she can recite it by heart. Prophet W.D. Farad. First Term Examination Assignment of Mr. Elijah Muhammad. The following questions must be answered by 1. Who made the Holy Quran or Bible? How long ago? Will you tell us why does Islam renew her history every 25,000 years? Answer. The Holy Quran or Bible is made by the original people, who is Allah, the Supreme Being, or Black Man, of Asia. The Quran will expire in the year 9,980 years from the date of this writing. The Nation of Islam is all-wise and does everything right and exact. The planet Earth, which is the home of Islam, and is approximately 25,000 miles in circumference. So the wise man of the East, Black Man, makes history or Quran to equal his home circumference, a year to every mile. And, thus, every time his history lasts 25,000 years, he renews it for another 25,000 years. 2. What is the circumference? Answer. 24,896 miles, approximately 25,000 miles. 3. What is the diameter of the planet? Answer. 7,926 miles. 4. What is the total square mileage? Answer. 196,940,000 square miles. 5. How much of that is land and water? Answer. 57,255,000 square miles of land. 139,685,000 square miles of water. 6. What is the total weight of our planet? Answer. 6 sextillion tons, a unit followed by 21 ciphers. 7. How fast does our planet travel per hour? Answer. 1,037 1/3 miles per hour. 8. What makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? Answer. The Earth is approximately covered underwater, approximately 3/4 of its surface. The Sun and Moon having attracting power on our planet, while our planet, making the terrific speed of 1,037 1/3 miles on its way around the Sun. The Sun draws this water up into the Earth's rotation, which is called gravitation, in a fine mist that the naked eye can hardly detect. But as this mist ascends higher, and increasing with other mists of water in different currents of the atmosphere, until when she becomes heavier than gravitation. Then she distills back to the Earth in the form of drops of water or drops of ice, which depends on how heavy the mist was, and the currents of the air it was in. There are some layers or currents of air, real cold and warm, and some very swift and changeable. So when the water strikes one of these cold currents, it becomes solid ice and small, round drops in form or in a light fluffy form which is called snow. But this water is not ever drawn above 6 miles from the Earth's surface by the Sun and Moon. The reason it rains back on our planet is because it cannot get out of the Earth's sphere. With its high speed of rotating around the Sun, makes it impossible. Earthquakes are caused by the Son of Man by experimenting on high explosion. In fact, that all the above is caused by the Son of Man. 9. Why does the devil teach the 85% that a mystery God brings all this? Answer. To conceal the true God, which is the Son of Man, and make slaves out of the 85% by keeping them worshiping something he knows they cannot see, invisible, and he lives and makes himself rich from their labor. The 85% knows that it rains, hails, and snows, also hears it thunder above his head. But they do not try to learn who is it that causes all this to happen by letting the 5% teach them. He believes in the 10% on face value. 10. Who is that mystery God? Answer. There is not a mystery God. The Son of Man has searched for that mystery God for trillions of years and was unable to find a mystery God. So they have agreed that the only God is the Son of Man. So they lose no time searching for that does not exist. 11. Will you sit at home and wait for that mystery God to bring you food? Answer. Emphatically no. Me and my people who have been lost from home for 379 years have tried this so-called mystery God for bread, clothing, and a home. And we received nothing but hard times, hunger, naked and out of doors. Also was beat and killed by the ones who advocated that kind of God, and no relief came to us until the Son of Man came to our aid, by the name of our prophet, W.D. Farad. 12. Tell us why the devil does not teach that. Answer: because he desires to make slaves out of all he can, so that he can rob them and live in luxury. 13. What brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? Answer: they continue daily to teach the 85% that all this that you see, such as rain, snow, hail, and earthquakes, comes from that mystery God that no one will ever be able to see until he dies. This is believed by the 85%. The 10% know that when man dies that he will never come back and tell the living whether he lied or not, because the dead is never known to return from the grave. All the history of Islam never reveals anything that no man had ever been able to come back from a physical death. But there is a chance for mental death, because the lost found was once dead mentally, and many of them revived from it. But they were not physically dead, only mentally dead. 14. Who is the 85%? Answer: the uncivilized people, poison animal eaters, slaves from mental death and power, people who do not know the living God or their origin in this world, and they worship that they know not what. Who are easily led in the wrong direction, but hard to lead into the right direction. 15. Who is the 10%? Answer: the rich, the slave makers of the poor, who teach the poor lies, to believe that the almighty true and living God is a spook and cannot be seen by the physical eye. Otherwise known as the bloodsuckers of the poor. 16. Who is the 5% in the poor part of the earth? Answer: they are the poor, righteous teachers, who do not believe in the teachings of the 10%, and are all wise, and know who the living God is. And teach that the living God is the Son of Man, the Supreme Being, the Black Man of Asia, and teach freedom, justice, and equality to all the human family of the planet Earth. Otherwise known as civilized people. Also are Muslim and Muslim sons. 17. What is the meaning of civilization? Answer: one having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and is not savage. Pursuit of happiness. 18. What is the duty of a civilized person? Answer: to teach the uncivilized people who are savage, civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of himself, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness. 19. If a civilized person does not perform his duty, what must be done? Answer: if a civilized person does not perform his duty, which is teaching civilization to others, they should be punished with a severe punishment. Ezekiel chapter 13, 18th verse, St. Luke chapter 12, 47th verse. 20. What is the prescribed law of Islam of said person of that ability? Answer: that the civilized person is held responsible for the uncivilized, and he must be punished by the nation of Islam. 21. Who was the founder of like attract and like repel? Answer: an original man, who was a scientist by the name of Yakub, born 20 miles from the holy city, Mecca, in the year 8400. 22. How old was the founder? Answer: when Yakub was 6 years old, while playing with 2 pieces of steel, he discovered one piece had magnetic in it and the other piece did not. Then he learned that the piece with magnetic attracted the piece that did not have magnetic in it. Then he told his people that when he was old enough, he would make a nation that would be unlike, and he would teach them trigonometry, and they would rule for 6,000 years. 23. Tell us what he promised his nation he would do? Answer: that he would make a devil, graft him from his own people, and that he would teach them how to rule his people for 6,000 years. 24. What was his idea of making devil? Answer: it was predicted of him that he would make devil 8,400 years before he was born. So he was born with a determined idea to make a people to rule for 6,000 years. 25. How long did it take him to make devil? Answer: 600 years he was engrafting devil or making him from the black man. 26. What year was that? Answer: it was in the year 8,400, which means from the date of our present history of Quran, or about 2,600 years before the birth of the Prophet Musa. 27. What was the name of the place where he manufactured the devil? Answer, Pelon. The same that is called Patmos in the Revelations, chapter 1, 9th verse, an island that is situated in the Aegean Sea. 28. What kind of rules and regulations, including all laws enforced while manufacturing the devil? Answer, Yakub's first rule was to see that all his followers were healthy, strong, and good breeders. If not, he sent them back, all that he found that was not good and multiplying, and that they should marry at the age of 16. Next, Yakub gave his people the law on birth control to be enforced while manufacturing the devil. That was to destroy the alike and save the unlike, which means to kill the black babies and save the brown babies. This law was given to the doctors, the ministers, the nurses, and cremator. The doctor's law was to examine all that marry. And this was his law, that anyone desiring to marry must first be qualified by the doctor, and in turn he qualified or disqualified them to the minister. The minister would marry only the ones that were unlike. The nurse's law was to kill the black babies at birth by sticking a needle in the brain of the babies or feed it to some wild beast. And tell the mother that her baby was an angel baby and that it was taken to heaven, and someday, when the mother dies, her baby would have secured her a home in heaven. But save all the brown ones, and tell their mother that she was lucky that her baby was a holy baby. And she should take good care of her baby, educate it, and that someday it would be a great man. All nurses, doctors, and ministers, Yakub put them under a death penalty who failed to carry out the law as it was given to them. Also, the cremator, who would burn the black babies when the nurse brought it to him, also, death for them if they revealed the secret. He also had other rules and laws which are not mentioned in this lesson. 29. Tell us why he was successful in all his undertakings. Answer, because the people, who were his followers, obeyed Yakub's laws. Regardless what he told them to do, they did it. If not, they paid with their lives for every law they broke. Yakub did not build prison houses to imprison his people. When one fell victim of the law, the penalty was death and was enforced on every victim. 30. Tell us what and how the devil is made. Answer, the devil is made from the original people by grafting, by separating the germs. In the black man there exists two germs, one the black germ, and one the brown germ. Yakub, with his law on birth control, separated the brown germ from the black man and grafted it into a white by destroying the black germ. After following this process for 600 years, the germ became white and weak and was no more original. Also by thinning the original blood, it became weak and wicked, and it is no more the same. Thus, this is the way Yakub made the devil. 31. To make devil, what must you first do? Answer, to make devil, one must begin grafting from original. 32. Tell us the mental and physical power of a real devil. Answer, the mental power of a real devil is nothing in comparison with the original man. He only has 6 ounces of brain, while the original man has 7½ ounces of brain, which are original. The devil has 6 ounces of brain, they are grafted brains. The devil's physical power is less than 1/3 that of the original man. The devil is weak-boned, weak-blood, because he is grafted from the original, therefore his mental and physical power is much weaker than the original man. 33. What is devil? Answer, a grafted man which is made weak and wicked. Or, any grafted, live germ from the original is devil. 34. Can you reform devil? Answer, no. All the prophets have tried to reform him, devil, but were unable. So they have agreed that it cannot be done unless we graft him back into the original man, which takes 600 years. So instead of losing time grafting him back, they have decided to take him off the planet, who numbers only 1 to every 11 original people. 35. Tell us the exact date of the expiration of the devil's civilization. Answer, expired in 1914. 36. Tell us the exact number of years, months, and days of the devil being birthed on the planet. Answer, 6,020 years, 72,241 months, 2,197,351 days at the date of this writing. 37. Tell us what the devil teaches the 85%. That the God is a righteous and unseen being exists everywhere. Answer: Allah is the God in the earth and in the heavens above, and is just and true, and there is no unrighteousness in him. But is not unseen. Is seen and is heard everywhere, for he is the all-I-seeing. 38. Then why did God make devil? Answer: to show forth his power, that he is all-wise and righteous. That he could make a devil, which is weak and wicked, and give the devil power to rule the earth for 6,000 years, and then destroy the devil in one day without falling a victim to the devil's civilization. Otherwise, to show and prove that Allah is the God, always has been, and always will be. 39. Now, tell us, would you hope to live to see that the gods will take the devil into hell in the very near future? Answer: yes. I fast and pray, Allah, in the name of His Prophet, W.D. Farad, that I see the hereafter when Allah, in His own good time, takes the devil off our planet. 40. What will be your reward in regards to the destruction of the devil? Answer: peace and happiness. I will give all I have and all within my power to see this day for which I have waited 379 years. This lesson No. 2 was given by our Prophet, W.D. Farad, which contains 40 questions answered by Elijah Muhammad, one of the lost founds in the wilderness of North America, February 20, 1934.